Is he like flexing in front of
That's a huge animal.
Do they not catch on?
Oh my god.
I don't want to look at this butt anymore, to be honest.
Look, maybe if I come from a different angle.
Oh!
Stop. That was really cool.
That was so cool.
That was like a movie moment.
Now, there's no mirror in that last one. They took it away.
They took the mirror away.
They took the mirror away. Would you like a pizza with the mirror?
So why do you think they reacted the ways that they did?
Because they've never seen themselves before.
Some of them could have thought that it was another animal.
If you're kind of like the alpha gorilla, say, you know, and you see another kind of like big gorilla, you're gonna have to react in an aggressive, kind of like dominating way. And then the bird, like a bird brain, is like, well, if I just run into it?
So do you think any of them knew it was their reflection?
I think they started to figure it out. For the first half of it, it's kind of like, yo, who is this dude? And then maybe halfway through, they're probably like, I think that's me.
I thought that the monkeys would know more, but they seem more like they knew that they should be cautious. The cats were like, ooh, let me
Yeah,
taste
and
this.
the bird's just like,
Yeah!
I don't think if I was in their situation, like, how would I react? And I'd probably just stare at myself for like hours, just like, bruh. We haven't seen the sequel to this. I mean, that's probably the sequel. It's a lot less exciting. It's just like a gorilla like grooming himself.
So studies have shown that almost no animals actually recognize themselves in a mirror.
Oh, really?
That's really weird. I feel like they should be smart enough to figure that out.
So why do you think humans are able to perceive something like a reflection and realize, oh, that's me, when so many animals can't figure that out?
I think there's a little bit of vanity.
I'm not a scientist.
I don't know
Probably
either.
something to do with like how humans have intuition or whatever.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think it's necessarily that we're smarter. I think if you showed this to a pre-mirror human, they'd be freaking out too. I think as humans, after a while, because they kind of like, they get to learn about stuff. Obviously, animals are just kind of like, they're born to like hunt and prey, and then when they kind of see like what humans created and sort of brought into their world, they just like freak out and they just start tripping balls. They're like, what is this?
So what about you? How often do you look in the mirror?
Oh, way too much.
I am ashamed at how much he looks in the mirror.
I would say I look at myself in the mirror before and after I leave.
When I get up and shower and, you know, you gotta make sure everything's right, you know? And you gotta, like, as you're walking out, give, like, the fingers or something.
You being someone who's on camera all the time, how important is a mirror or your camera screen to see what you look like?
It's important.
Sadly, very, very important.
Gotta make sure we don't reflect as much. We make sure we
Gotta look good for the peoples.
I would say pretty important. Need to make sure that you have your clothes on. Make sure there's not, you know, hair in the face.
Well, on my way to this React session, I took a shower, brushed my hair, looked in the mirror, got in the car, got here, whipped out my phone, put it on selfie mode, checked to see how my hair dried. It dried a little funky. I fixed it, and that's the extent of it.
And do comments about your appearance get to you sometimes on YouTube?
Yes.
There's only one time I could think of is when I had my hair cut and I was like, well, this looks good. I had like a Gumby style haircut where I had it like to the side up. And then everybody told me I was wrong and I was like, what was I thinking?
If there's like a lot, if like everyone is saying, why did Scott wear that shirt? After 100 comments, I'm like, okay, maybe I'll throw it out.
So what do you think about our society that's created this obsession with the way we all look?
It is a sad reality, isn't it?
It's nice that we can all be different, but it also kind of sucks because then, you know, everyone wants to judge everybody.
I love society, but at the same time, there has to be some kind of equilibrium.
It's one of those things that's so ingrained in our evolution. I don't know if it can go away.
I don't mind it as long as you're not hurting someone else. Like, you can think what you want and you can like be as vain as you want, but if you're a bad person and you're seeking out like doing harm, then I think it's a problem.
So one more thing we're going to do here in this episode to see how you react.
What are you doing?
Oh wow. Well, let's be real here.
I feel like I should do something like, ooh, let me examine my eyes. Or I could go the real extreme and do like the sensual undress where it's like, da-da-da-da.
Okay. We're holding up, and that's the most important part.
Probably shouldn't have worn this heavy flannel because mommy's getting sweaty.
You look great.
Thank you.
You're welcome.